And it's a great one. The San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles rematch of the NFC title game, Greg. And right now, these two teams may get there and play again.
And when the schedule came out this summer, we kind of all circled this game, and here we are in December.
Tough part of their schedule. They keep on winning. The 49ers got up to a little rut. They lost 3 in a row.
3-week skid before the bye week. They're playing great. Brock Purdy's playing quarterback about as well. Part of that was the trade they made at the deadline for Chase Young.
Well, it was raining all day today. Just feels right. The 49ers have won the toss. They decided to defer. And here we go. And the Eagles
back to the offseason when Deebo Samuel referred to the cornerback James Bradberry, the Eagles, challenging them to use it, take it personally, use it as motivation the right way. Take a look.
And on first down, it's Hurts to throw with time. Looking, now pressure, and unloads it, and Swift is smashed over the middle. Charvarius Ward with a big hit to dislodge the ball. And a good start for this 49ers defense, which comes in #1 in the NFL. That's a big reason why. But they're going against Jalen Hurts, who has just been sensational on so many levels. And maybe here's the top one, Greg. 14 straight wins against teams with a winning record. It's the most ever.
It just seems like whenever his team needs him to be at his best, he is. There's a lot of ways to judge a quarterback. No more important than that.
And a give to Swift, not much there. And this offense, which is, they've been great. They're 3rd in the league overall. But last year they were so known for quick starts. They've kind of been the opposite this year.
Yeah, everything about Nick Sirianni that he has brought, the culture and the identity that he has brought, is everything is about getting the lead. Super aggressive play caller, super aggressive on early downs, throwing it. And they're going to go for 4th downs as much as anybody in the league. We'll see it today. That has not really been their calling card up to this point this year.
3rd and 9. Hurts over the middle. A.J. Brown in stride. Makes a man miss. And a big gain. Brown into Niners territory and inside the 40.
Everything with this Eagles offense starts with the offensive line. It's the best unit in the league against one of the best pass rush units. Charvarius Ward, #7 of San Francisco. Man zone's going to be a big conversation for Steve Wilks, the defensive coordinator. He goes man on the first 3rd down, and A.J. Brown's the hardest receiver in the league to defend one-on-one, and you saw it there.
Yeah, he had 45 yards the last 2 games. He had 37 on that catch. As Gainwell gets it, goes around the edge. And he's got a short game down to the 35. So an explosive Eagles offense against his 49ers defense, which is #1 in the NFL. And a couple weeks ago, they added Chase Young as a bonus. Oh, by the way, here's an extra great pass rusher.
Yeah, they have an abundance of treasures there along that defensive line. Fred Warner at the 2nd level. He's the engine. He makes it all go. There is no shortage of talented players. You mentioned that Chase Young addition has seemed to take this defensive unit in San Francisco to another level.
Blitz coming. Picked up. Hurts delivers. It is caught by Quez Watkins, who makes the catch right around a 1st down. He should have it. We'll see where they mark it as Ward brought him down. But Watkins, who was out 5 games with a hamstring, comes back, makes just his 5th catch of the year. And it is a 1st down.
Nice job there by the offensive line picking up that stunt. We saw San Francisco have a lot of success with that exact same 6-man pressure look against Seattle last week, and nice job here by Philadelphia picking it up for the first time.
Hurts runs away from pressure. Looking downfield. Good. Chuck it up. A.J. Brown. And it's out of bounds. Incomplete.
So this is going to be something we're going to talk a lot about today, KB, is San Francisco's pass rush plan. Jalen Hurts is not afraid to hold the ball. He is going to encourage pressure because he is confident he can get the ball out without pressure turning into sacks. You see why. The scramble drill is a big element, a lot of their deep shots, but they don't want him to flush to the right. Either keep him in the pocket or make him flush to the left. They dodged a bullet there on the jump ball to A.J. Brown with him moving to his right.
Here's DeAndre Swift. Great block from Kelsey. Slides inside that. But the 49ers covered it up well. As he's inside the 25, he's going to pick up 4. A Well, Kyle Shanahan again has the 49ers playing great football on the year, 8-3. See what he's done in his 7th year, trying to get back to another Super Bowl. But he knows that one team likely going to have to go to is Philadelphia. It's the Eagles, Niners, and Cowboys, and the Lions. Those are the teams that have separated themselves thus far in the NFC. 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, something interesting to keep in mind. This 3rd and 6 across the league. This is a pass down, but not necessarily. They believe 3rd and 6 is still 2-down territory. They run the ball on 3rd down more than anyone in the league.
Here, though, trying to set up to Gainwell. Has blockers. Gainwell sprinting forward. Oh, he broke a tackle. He's got a 1st down. Looked like he was going to come up short, but he stayed on his feet. And another conversion for Philadelphia.
Yeah, so he's just doing a math equation. How many guys are out on the 4-man bunch? He likes his numbers, 3-on-3, make the last one miss. If he doesn't like his numbers, they overcommit to the bunch. That's a quarterback draw. That's a quarterback run look that he can spit out to the smoke. They're just playing a little chess match there, counting the numbers, and easy to pick up the 3rd down.
On the opening drive, 4-man rush. Hurts flush to the right again, in deep trouble, and throws it away as Eric Armstead got pressured. Can wonder if he would play today with a foot injury, but he said, no, I'm playing, and he's been playing great, especially the last month.
Yeah, it seems like the addition of Chase Young, he's playing better. Javon Hargrave, who of course the Philadelphia fans, they remember all too well, one of the best interior defensive linemen. They're all benefiting from just the added depth and the added just elite players up and down this San Francisco defensive line.
Second and 10. Swift tries to get to the edge, and it's tough sledding against this Niners speed. Deommodore Lenoir stretched it out. In the red zone, Philadelphia has been sensational. You ever heard of this? 12 straight red zone drives with a touchdown, trying to make it 13.
And the advantage that they have is they have an extra down in their pocket. So we've seen it here. 1st and 10, take a shot with a pass. 2nd and 10 doesn't scare them. 2nd and 10 down here in the red zone is like 1st and 10. They can rely on the run game. They still have a 4th down in their back pocket. That's a big part of the formula of why they are so good down here close, finishing with touchdowns.
3rd and 7 here. Hurts, far side of the field for Brown, knocked away. Charvarius Ward with an excellent play. And here comes 4th down in the field goal unit.
Well, we've seen now on a couple 3rd downs, Charvarius Ward, the last couple weeks, they've put him on the opponent's best receiver. We saw him last week have a lot of success against DK Metcalf, and that's just a great job on the back shoulder throw. And just as we put up the stat about the streak this Philadelphia Eagles offense is on in the red zone, of course, we announcers jinx it, and they're going to have to settle for a field goal.
Never fails. So here's Jake Elliott from 26 yards out. And Elliott gives the Eagles the early lead. So good opening drive down the field they go, but the Niners hold them to a field goal. 3-0 Eagles early. You can't get revenge for a championship game, but at least you certainly feel like you could start turning things around after that. And Purdy will get a chance to take that field where he tore his elbow last year. Deebo Samuel back to return this kick, and way back there. We'll see if he gets an opportunity to do it. Eagles go down the field in the opening drive. Nice drive, but had to settle for the short field goal from Jake Elliott. It's a 3-0, and now we will see Purdy in this 49ers offense, and Deebo Samuel will decide to take it out. Look at this. From deep in his own end zone. Up across the 20, spin move at the 25, and he ends up picking up a few more yards than he would have. And it's hard to believe, Aaron, that was 10 months ago for Purdy, and here he is again.
Yeah, and Brock telling me this week, you know, after that hit on the opening drive in last year's NFC Championship, he felt fine. His body felt like he could play. But when he went to throw the ball, he said his arm simply couldn't do it. And then it turned into a nightmare. A tough moment for him, for sure. He admitted to me this week, I'm excited for this game. How could you not be? He said, I know it's just another game, but it's big after everything that happened. He said, I know my injury happened for a reason. I asked him what that was. He said, I'm not sure yet. I'm waiting to see, Kev.
And here he goes on 1st down, Purdy to throw it. Over the middle, it's tipped at the line of scrimmage and incomplete. May have been Jordan Davis who got his hand on that one. He had an outstanding game last week. And so here is Purdy. Not only is he back and healthy, Greg, he's been arguably one of the best, if not the best quarterback in the league, the way he's performing.
Absolutely. And this graphic right here, this sums it up. I can't stress how unique it is to have such a high completion percentage that you're able to lead the league. High percentage, efficient, but also lead in yards per attempt. That's the downfield explosive nature, most explosive offense in the league.
2nd and 10. Purdy in some trouble. And Purdy is sacked. Hassan Reddick, Fletcher Cox got in there, and it's 3rd and long.
Yeah, and this is the key today. Sean Desai, the defensive coordinator, he told us this week, make Purdy go through his progression. Make him hold that ball 1 count longer. You'll see he went pump there to Debo. Cloudy picture. They have some of the best pass rushers in the league, both inside and on the perimeter. If they can make him pat that ball, they can get home.
Third down and 12. Purdy has time. Going far side, incomplete. It was high for McCaffrey, and a 3-and-out forced by this Eagles D.
This 49ers offense does not want that matchup to decide the game. 3rd and long, 3rd and pass. That is not the way they want to attack this Philadelphia defense. Great pass rush. There's some yards to be had in the secondary, but not in a drop back type of situation. They want to stay in manageable down and distance, run downs, play action. A lot better matchup today in the passing game, Kev, against this Philly defense than traditional 3rd down drop back.
Mitch Wisnowski to punt it away. Britton Covey back deep for the Eagles. He's got the most return yards in the league. This kick angling towards the side. Covey will take it. Fair catch at the 25, and we will take a break as Jalen Hurts and the offense comes back out because the D forcing a 3-and-out. 3-0 Eagles early. It's time now for today's Verizon Business Coaching Spotlight. It's the playoff picture in the NFC. This game is so big. If the Eagles win, they're in a pure path to go and lock up the #1 seed again. If not, it's really up for grabs. 49ers, Cowboys right there. Lions won again today. They're 9-3. That is the Coaching Spotlight, Verizon Business, the official private wireless network of NFL Coach-to-Coach Communications. Second possession starts at the 26. Ball is loose. Hurts picks it up calmly. Flush to his right again. No one's over there, so he has to throw it away. Every route was on the opposite side of the field, so it's 2nd down. You look at this Eagles team, Greg, and they're 10-1, and there's been a lot of talk about, well, they don't look good necessarily doing it, but there's also a resiliency in the way they find a way to win every week.
Absolutely. I think sometimes in this league, you can almost fall victim to your own success. You think back to what this Philadelphia team looked like last week. So, last year, week in, week out, winning in such dominant fashion, that becomes the expectation. And the reality is, you have to win some of these dirty games, these muddy back and forth where you're not at your best. And they've shown the formula for what that looks like, playing their best ball at the end of games.
Blitz coming here on 2nd down. Hurts in trouble. Now going the other way. There's no one there. He tucks it away and runs it. Hurts racing up near the pylon. He's up across the 30, or the marker, I should say. We'll see if they mark him out of bounds as Gregory was in pursuit.
Yeah, nice job there. We said Hurts is one of the best in the league at extending the play, but after Gregory's initial pressure, the ends have to set that edge. They can't let Hurts escape out the outside of the pocket, allow the interior defensive line to hold the interior lanes while the edge setters keep him contained in the pocket.
Yeah, Hurts ran it 14 times in last week's game over Buffalo, including the walk-off touchdown. Play clock down to 1 here. I think they realize that, and they call a timeout.
Timeout, Philadelphia. Their first of the half.
So the Eagles will use their first timeout as play clock was winding down. And we'll be right back after these messages.
Auto Quote Explorer from Progressive shows you rates from other companies, even if they're lower than ours.
Because honesty is the best policy. I ate the apple pie.
So 3rd down and 3 after Hurts on that run. Take us through it, Greg.
Yeah, so watch Clelin Ferrell here on the left. When he comes, he then chases Hurts up inside after Randy Gregory misses him. See how he rolls and he runs behind? That's where he loses the edge. He has to stay outside of Jordan Mailata. When he gets into scramble mode, keep him contained inside. Allow the rest of your rush unit to finish the playoff.
They send Gainwell up top of the screen as a wide receiver now. And it's Hurts, four-man rush. Quick throw. Brown on the slant. Has it again. Big gain for A.J. Brown. He's across midfield. He beat Charvarius Ward again that time to pick up 17 and a first down.
Yeah, and the key to this play, watch number 13, Olamide Zaccheaus. He just runs enough interference. There's no contact. Charvarius Ward has to move out of the way of Zaccheaus. We said what a tough matchup one-on-one. Steve Wilks has not shied away from man coverage with Ward, and so far A.J. Brown's made the plays.
Yeah, Ward made the play in the end zone to save a touchdown. Now Hurts in trouble, escapes again, looking, throws across his body, caught. Devontae Smith right around a first down marker. Looks like they may put him down just a half yard short. So Smith will pick up 9. A.J. Brown is down on his knee there. And looks to be maybe okay. You know, it's interesting, Greg. He had that stretch where he was on fire, right? I mean, he had 125 yards plus 6 straight games, and then he was real quiet. I said, 45 yards total the last couple games, and well, he's come out swinging in this one already. A couple catches, 55 yards. Boston Scott in the game in the backfield for the first time. They give it to him up the middle, a little spin move, and picks up a few. We're talking to Kyle Shanahan yesterday, and he said, look, you got our hearts broken last game for them, but I don't mind guys feeling that way, but I don't want whether we win to feel like, oh, we've arrived, or whether we lose to be like we're devastated. It is, in a way, it's fun, but it's another game. Go enjoy it.
It is, and I think that's the biggest challenge, especially late in the regular season, of these kind of matchups. It feels like a playoff game. It feels like win or go home, but the reality of it, it's not. So you have to play like it is, give it everything you got, and understand, win or lose, there's a lot still ahead of you the rest of the year.
Here's Swift in trouble, gets away from it in the backfield, and then gets decked at the 36-yard line. So it looked like could have been a big game, but Dre Greenlaw, who hits about as hard as anybody in the league with that stop.
Wow. Remember we talked to Fred Warner, and we said, Fred, tell us about Dre Greenlaw. He goes, there's one thing I know. He goes, I try hard. He goes, I try to hit like Dre. He goes, there's nobody in the league that hits like Dre Greenlaw, and you see it week in and week out. He is their tone setter. He is their force on defense, and what a pair of linebackers they have here in San Francisco.
Third and 5, blitz coming, and Hurts in trouble, lost it for a first down. He's got Devontae Smith. The pressure was in his face, and the Eagles pick up another third.
The motion across made them pass off the coverage to the 2 receiver side to the right. Watch the coordination here, the defensive backs. That's how he's able to run that little sit route. Devontae Smith's able to get that little switch release sit route at the first down against soft coverage, and it was just in time because he had a pass rusher bearing down right on him, Jalen Hurts.
Eagles 4 of 5 on third down, their first 2 possessions. Hurts, time again, coming near side, and somehow got it through to Devontae Smith. It's another first down. I don't know how he fit it in there, but Smith's got another one.
I thought when it was out of his hand, I thought Diamador Lenore been playing a lot more inside slot corner. I thought he had a chance to pick it, but what a great ball location. Nice job there by Devontae Smith, catching it with his hands and able to turn it up for a first down.
Eagles have 123 yards on their first 2 drives of the game. See, Smith has heated up the last month. Hurts fires. A.J. Brown tries to cut in, but Fred Warner all over him. Brown's going to pick up 5 on first down. And Steve Wilks, defensive coordinator. Along with the 49ers playing better the last 3 games, they acquired Chase Young. Steve Wilks moved from the booth to the field, so I think he's going to stay there.
Yeah, he said he likes it. He said he likes being able to look into the eyes of his players, get instant feedback coming on and off the field, and he has some experience. When he was the defensive coordinator a short time up in Cleveland years back, he called the plays from the field, so he's done both. He feels for this group of guys, he's better off on the field than he is up in the booth.
10th play of the drive, a fake. Hurts. Tell A.J. Brown to go back the other side. Now he's in trouble. He slips it. It's a big sack. Javon Kinlaw, his first sack since 2020.
Well, we talked that Jalen Hurts is not afraid to hold the ball. He doesn't mind the pressure. He's going to continue to buy time for his receivers, but great coverage down the field, just nowhere to go. A.J. Brown on the outside, Devontae Smith with Deommodore Lenoir inside, and you see him, he's saying run to the left, but no one, and then he just loses his footing, and that's about as easy a sack Javon Kinlaw will have the rest of his career.
I mean, he's had a lot of injury trouble since they drafted him in the first round, and he hasn't had a sack in 3 years, but he gets a big one there to make it 3rd and 21. Four-man rush. Hurts far side of the field, has a completion. Gainwell, and Gainwell is well short of a first down. And so the field goal unit will come on again.
Yeah, so this has kind of been the craze here recently in the NFL, is making teams go the long way, and you see why. It takes one negative play, it takes a penalty, a sack, a tackle for loss, and teams all of a sudden start settling for field goals. Both of these teams offensively are mining explosive plays. They want to throw the ball over your head. So far, San Francisco's done a nice job of making Philly go the long way, and as a result, 2 field goal tries.
Here's Elliott from 39 yards out, and it's perfect. And we get a penalty flag, so let's see if this counts.
Yeah, I think San Francisco might have jumped in the neutral zone. Got to imagine they'll just keep the points if that is the call.
Yeah, on 4th and 13, you would think.
Offside. Defense. The penalties decline. Field goal's good. Fouls on number 5.
There you go. So 2 field goals from Jake Elliott. Eagles with the 6-0 lead here in the first.